Nocatee isn't just a neighborhood, but it's one of the top-selling master-planned communities in the entire United States. It's packed with parks, golf cart paths, splash pads, and events every single weekend. But with that reputation also comes a lot of assumptions. Some people think it's too busy, others think it's only for young families, and most people moving from out of state have no idea what you actually get when you live here. So in this video, we're going to break down exactly what life in Nocatee really looks like, so you can figure out if it's truly the right fit for your family or if something else might work better. If you're new to my channel, I'm Josh Rogers. I've been a real estate agent here in Northeast Florida for the past 15 years. I lead the F3 home team, and together we've helped hundreds of families make the move and find the home that fits their lifestyle, pace, and family rhythm. And honestly, it usually starts with a simple text. So if you're planning a move and want someone local in your corner, someone who knows the neighborhoods like the back of their hand, go ahead and shoot me a message. My team and I are dedicated to helping families like yours find the perfect home that fits your family lifestyle. So let's start with the basics. What actually is Nocatee? It's not a city or a town. It's a massive master-planned community located in Ponte Vedra, about halfway between Jacksonville and St. Augustine, and it's made up of multiple individual neighborhoods, each with its own look, feel, and price point. From the golf cart-friendly streets to the preserved nature areas, the entire community is designed to give you that resort-style life while still being totally family-focused and functional for everyday routines. And just so you know, it's not just for families. Yes, there are a ton of young families, but you'll also find retirees, empty nesters, and professionals without kids who just love the convenience and lifestyle. Transitioning into the next part, let's talk about location, because that's a big reason people choose Nocatee. Nocatee sits east of US 1 and west of the Intracoastal Waterway, which means you've got super quick access to Ponte Vedra Beach, less than 10 minutes in most cases. You're also close to Jacksonville Beach and St. Augustine, so whether you want to work in the city, be near Mayo Clinic, or live near the beach, this location hits the sweet spot. A lot of people moving from out of state don't realize how spread out Northeast Florida is, so having that central location with easy access to the beach, top hospitals, and major highways is a huge win. Now, from location, let's shift into what the community actually feels like when you're living here day to day. Living in Nocatee is kind of like living in a small town inside a bigger city. You've got golf cart paths that connect neighborhoods to the town center, schools, parks, and even the grocery store. You'll see kids riding their scooters, neighbors chatting over coffee, and tons of planned events every month like farmers markets, concerts, food truck nights, comedy shows, the works. It's super active, super social, and very outdoorsy. You don't need to schedule a play date 3 weeks in advance. You just walk outside and bump into people. But if you're someone who craves quiet or prefers more privacy, that high energy vibe might feel like a little much. That's something to think about. Now, since we mentioned the town center, let's dive into what that actually includes, because it's more than just a shopping plaza. The Nocatee Town Center is kind of the heartbeat of the whole community. You've got the largest Publix in the region, restaurants, coffee shops, doctors' offices, banks, boutiques, and even a Greenwise market. And everything is golf cart accessible, which means your weekly errands feel a lot more relaxed than driving through Jacksonville traffic. Plus, the Nocatee Welcome Center is right there too, so if you're brand new, it's a great place to get info or grab a map. That said, it's not the same as living right next to a big city. If you want a full-blown mall or high-end luxury brands, you're still driving to St. John's Town Center. But for everyday living, Nocatee's got everything you need close by. Now, speaking of daily life, let's talk about one of the biggest draws for families, the amenities. This is where Nocatee really shines. We're talking water parks, zip lines, lazy rivers, resort-style pools, splash parks, fitness centers, dog parks, tennis courts, and walking trails. There are 2 major water parks, Splash and Spray Park, and they're exclusive to residents. You've also got access to the Nocatee Fitness Club, group classes, and a community center with tons of events year-round. One thing people often get wrong is thinking you need to live in a certain neighborhood to use these amenities. You actually don't. All Nocatee residents have access, which is a huge value compared to other communities where amenities are tied to one specific HOA. So if you're the kind of family who likes to stay active and be involved, it's hard to beat what Nocatee offers. Now let's say you're planning a move and doing research from a distance. This is where you'll want to connect with real people actually living here. There's a Facebook group I run called Moving to St. Johns County. It's full of people just like you, families in the middle of the moving process and others who've already made the leap. You can ask questions, get local insight, connect with others, and really start to get a feel for what life here looks like before you even move. So come join us. I'm in there every day answering questions. Now let's talk about schools. because that's usually one of the biggest factors for families considering Nocatee. Nocatee is zoned for some of the top-rated schools in all of Florida. Depending on your specific neighborhood, your kids might go to schools like Pine Island Academy or Valley Ridge Academy, both A-rated and newer facilities. A lot of families love that many of these schools are within walking or biking distance, and you'll even see golf carts lined up in the pickup line instead of cars. That kind of accessibility makes a big difference in your daily routine. No long commutes, no crazy school traffic, just quick, easy drop-offs in a strong academic environment. And if private schools are part of your plan, you've got several options nearby, including Bowles and Palmer Catholic Academy. With schools covered, let's now take a look at the homes themselves and how pricing really works in Nocatee. Nocatee offers a huge variety of home types, from townhomes starting around the 400s to luxury estates that push well past the $2 million mark. You've got builders like David Weekley, ICI Homes, Toll Brothers, Providence, and more, all bringing different styles, floor plans, and features. And one thing to know is that newer sections like Seabrook or West End tend to have more inventory right now, while older neighborhoods like 20 Mile have that more established feel but with fewer homes available. It's also worth noting that the HOA and CDD fees vary based on the neighborhood. They're not outrageous, but they're definitely something you want to factor in. The biggest misconception I hear is that Nocatee is out of reach for most families, but once we break it down and compare what you're getting, it's often way more accessible than people think. All right, now let's wrap this up with some final thoughts. If you're looking for a true community vibe, tons of amenities, top-tier schools, and a location that's hard to beat, Nocatee is absolutely worth exploring. But it's not about hype or popularity, it's about figuring out what actually fits your lifestyle. Are you drawn to a high-energy, family-forward, activity-packed environment, or do you want something quieter and more tucked away? Only you can answer that, but I hope this gave you a clearer picture of what you really get living in Nocatee. And if you're seriously considering a move and want help finding the right home that fits your pace, your lifestyle, and your family needs, shoot me a text. My team and I would love to walk you through it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.